golf and your mental game. Well, what is the mental game? A lot of people get confused about this. Your mental game is really your thinking game. Sometimes people lump the emotional game into the thinking game, but today we are only talking about the thinking game of golf. So there's 4 major areas we've got to make sure that we're taking care of. The first is our learning or knowledge. Oftentimes we'll get new information, and that's great. See if you can find a way to make sure any information that you're receiving is actually good information, because there's some junk out there. So have somebody that you trust that you can run it by, especially before you incorporate it into your game. But another part of learning is really understanding. You may have been given a lesson 2 months ago, and you're thinking about it, and then all of a sudden things open up. And the quickest way for you to have a better understanding is to actually incorporate what you're learning into your practice session. And when you have a better understanding of it, then that's something that will always be in your toolkit that you can pull forward and use at any time. Okay? So pay attention to new learning. We all need to be learning and growing, and work on the understanding piece too. The second thing is your choices. Our golf game is only as good as our choices. And by the way, this is true for our lives as well. So make sure you're making good choices about being clear on what it is you really want out of your golf game. And make sure that you've set good goals. Make sure that you make good choices around time management and how you practice and things like that. So once again, your choices determine the quality of your golf game. The third thing we're going to talk about is strategies. You have to have good strategies for anything you do. You need good strategies for how you're going to practice, when you're going to play, what percentage of the time are you going to use practicing or playing. And it may shift as your game changes and develops. But always have good strategies for anything you do. And finally, systems. And this, you need a system for your pre-shot routine, your post-shot routine. You need a system for practice. I always practice chipping the same way. I spend the first third working on my technique, the second third working on hitting my spot, and the last third dropping balls all the way around the green and hitting different shots so that I'm simulating being on the golf course. If you need help with any of these, please let me know. I'll be happy to help you. But you need quality knowledge, you need to make great choices, have great strategies, and then finally great systems. I hope this helps.